radio, and food. Be careful when you're driving. Avoid the three most common distractions: your cell phones, radio, and food. And that's how to drive safe. We'll bring you Say It Right shortly, brought to us by Koba Payment App, Koba, Our Lives Simplified, and Kingdom Books at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks. We'll bring that to you shortly. But time now for us to get into the newspaper review, brought to us by Milo Energy to Go Further, Enterprise Life's Family Income Security Plan, Enterprise Your Advantage, and First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different.
You know, when you say Milo, it's a wonderful morning.
It's a wonderful morning.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still on course.
You're required on course to do what?
Of course, the newfound lifestyle.
Yes. We are cutting back. We are getting in shape. In fact, very soon, how to display the six-pack. Me, not you. Yours is very far from the six-pack. Anyway, the Daily Guide. Why are you debating this matter? The Daily Guide is reporting this morning. Nana Cat sold for €500 million rail line and warned thieves. So the president is very worried about, recently we're told about boats, nuts, and other things being stolen along the Temam Pakadan, which is almost, we're told, more than 90% complete, and other ones. We're also, but the president, when he was cutting the source, said it is unpardonable. And we should be able to say that boldly, that we have spent so much money. In fact, this was supposed to cost 500 million.
Yeah.
How on earth are Ghanaians stealing these boats and nuts? Is it that they are opposed to the railway agenda? We know railway transport is better, it is more improved. In fact, it is there's no traffic on that particular path, so you can easily do that. Why do we consistently do harm to these are enemies of the state?
You're very right.
Yes, because you can't argue against that. Bring back toll booths, and that's apparently there was a demonstration by former or a section of toll booth former workers in Parliament. So they went there to say that since e-levy is not delivering and we are going to the IMF, please bring back our work so that we can get back to work. Because you promised to transition us into a different sector. It has not happened at all.
But e-levy may not be delivering, but it is better. It will give government more money than what the toll booths give us.
For the same purposes.
I mean, look, if you're imposing a tax, you'd have to cushion people also.
Yeah.
So part of the imposition of taxes is to look at the ways of cushioning people. So government, in coming up with a 1.5% e-levy, thought it wise to maybe cushion us through the scrapping of road tolls. But you're getting about 86 to 100 million Ghana cedis a year. E-levy 1 month is giving you 54 million. So it's going to give you more money.
For the purposes that we put e-levy, it's no way beyond, because there's stats in e-levy. There is, if you believe the Agric minister too, and the other ministers that have spent quality time telling us all the things that were supposed to be involved, if you believe them and not just what the finance minister said earlier.
Well, the there's a bank, commercial bank component, and the commercial banks have indicated that they are prepared to give loans with an interest rate of 10%.
Okay.
That's favorable under the circumstances, because you have interest rates of over 20%. I mean, it's currently around 27%, 28%. And so if you can get, a loan of 10 with an interest of 10%, okay.
They can do that.
They can do that.
Instead of buying treasury bills.
Yeah, they said they are prepared to do that.
I see. The IMF decision returns investor confidence. So as we said, in the last 2 days, there's been some slight boost on bonds, especially the 2027 one. The hope is that it will trend in the same direction, and we will be back to the black star of Africa and be delivering at the level that we're supposed to be delivering. Now we are black star, but it is very dim. The star is not shining at all. This star.
Let's get to the chronicle.
No, there's one more story. Do you know Jacqueline Mensah?
Jacqueline Mensah.
You see, because you're not on TikTok, you don't know TikTok stars in this country.
No.
Yeah, you have to update it. Why? Your social media lifestyle.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook.
I get you. And I know you're going to mention that thing again, but let's. On TikTok, one of the greatest Ghanaian stars is Jacqueline Mensah. Okay. So she had a fire incident at her home, and she actually tweeted about it. And luckily, she was safe, and others in the family too were safe. And she told everybody that she destroyed parts of her apartment and and that's what happened on Monday night.
Okay.
So a very big story.
We're
Almost
happy
like banner headline
we're happy that she's
on the
safe.
Daily Guide. Yeah.
And her family members are safe.
Have you seen her?
Okay.
Take note of Jacqueline Mensah.
Okay, let's
Thank
get to
you.
the Chronicle now. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 2. Also, it is not good for a person to be without knowledge. Listen to this carefully. And he who hurries his footsteps errs. When you hurry your footsteps, you err.
Yeah.
According to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 2. Now, listen to the big one. We are dying of hunger. Bring back road tolls. Workers petition parliament after government loses estimated 78 million cedis in revenue. So it says, it is not good for a person to be without knowledge. And he who hurries his footsteps errs. That's also here. NLA denies impropriety in licensing of private lotto operators. Construction of 500 million euro rail line underway. And importers and exporters vow to resist imposition of additional taxes. Back page, Cristiano Ronaldo misses Manchester United training. He wants to leave. And Liverpool report for first day of pre-season training. And Gabriel Jesus, what many of us will call Jesus, goes through the gears in first Arsenal training session.
If it's the original one, it's Jesus. If it's the other one, it's Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. The Finder is reported this month non-traditional exports rake in $3.3 billion in 2021, and malicious accusations against John Boadu, they are false. That's the campaign team. The railway line from Mansour Huni Valley section of the Western region is actually on the front page of the Finder too, and the president carrying the sword and complaining about people stealing is also there on the front page. Teacher strike, GS to meet unions, and you heard the Labour Commission say they've written to all the parties involved to come and meet and discuss small cola. Yeah.
You know. I mean, you're looking at it around this time. Yes, the teachers may have concerns, no doubt. But Raymond, you look at it around this time when we are complaining, when we're cutting down expenditure, and you say because times have become hard, you should be giving some 20% of your basic salary as an allowance. Yes, you certainly do have a point. But the question is, can the economy pay you that amount of money? Can the Ghanaian economy, as it is currently, be able to support teachers with 20% cost of living allowance? Can it support workers with that amount? I am not sure. I am not sure. So that's where government has to come in. I mean, what is driving inflation? Look at it and deal with it. Anyway, let's get to the statesman. Saf Mafo apologizes for ethnocentric comments. That's an old story. Ghana's export earnings up by 17%. Steady progress in rail sector. 500 million Manso Huni Valley project begins. NLA banks claims of over 2 million job losses. And Ghana's Eurobond extend gains. And that's that story. But Christophe Gauthier, a French man named Paris Saint-Germain boss after Mauricio Pochettino exit. You know Mauricio Pochettino, he's gone again. That man. He was sacked by Tottenham and he's been sacked by PSG. Man United too did not hire him. He was one man who was sent off record times in his career, about 11 times. And already he's been sacked twice in his coaching career.
And when you talk about sack, but these were not sacked. You see the UK ministers who have resigned on their own, citing principles and other things. Hopefully in the future, Ghanaian ministers will learn this particular important trait in public service. Yeah.
And talking about principles, hopefully Boris Johnson.
He would equally do so.
Yes, he
anyway,
equally would learn about principles.
Now, the Daily Graphic is reporting this morning, former toll workers petition precedent over lost jobs. Ghanaian leads UK team on brain disorder breakthrough. And as strike, the Ghanaian is Professor Eric Abuaje, and as strike paralyzes public schools, government urges unions to restore services. Those are the stories on the front page there. The other interesting stories you should know, there is one in the politics section about who is John Boadu and why he's determined to break the 8. It's there. And third to democracy, Coalition for Democratic Accountability asserts that corruption in public sector is a massive threat to democracy. Rains, flooding, cholera preparedness is key. And there's the middle section of the Daily Graphic. parts of Accra inundated with floodwaters again, and you see the pictures, and you ask yourself, will this country ever learn? Will we ever be responsible for our deeds? Will we ever fix the problems? And will we ever show to the rest of the world that this black man is capable of managing his own affairs?
Why is it so difficult for us to do the right thing? I mean, something I've been asking myself since yesterday, and for a very long time now. We know the causes of our problems.
Yeah.
Why is it so difficult for us to solve them? Anyway, let's get to the Ghanaian Times. And 64 Infantry Regiment inaugurates 100-bed accommodation at Gonda Barracks. That's on the back page that talks about the 64 Infantry Regiment of the Ghana Army has inaugurated a 100-bed accommodation for its young soldiers at Gonda Barracks in Burma Camp, and with a facility named after ex-senior warrant officer Freedom Alomeso, will help ease accommodation challenges facing the regiment. And Ghana earns $3.3 billion revenue in non-traditional exports in 2021. So that's according to the Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Herbert Crapper. He's announced. He says the increase reflected a rebound of the country's export sector from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, which disrupted the global supply chain. And the center spread says students loiter on campus as 4 unions declare strike. And still talking about the strike, GES invites school heads over teachers' strike. Accra residents fume over persistent floods. There we are. And 500 million euros Manso Huni Valley Railway work begins as President Katsord and declares it highest single investment. It declares it highest single investment. I like that. I mean, what we do, we say highest single investment. I want to see its completion. That's for me the most important thing. It's good when you invest, but it must be completed. But page 3.
Because the investment is it's not the end in itself.
Yes.
It's a means to an end.
Exactly. Prosecution closes case, court to rule, and submission of no case July 25. So that's the fate of Dr. Frederick McPalm, a medical practitioner, and Assistant Commissioner of Police Benjamin Agojo. And each others will be determined by the Accra High Court on July 25 after their counsel served notice to file submission of no case to answer in the treason case. So a 3-member panel judge, presided over by Justice Ifiasewa Asarebutri, would decide whether the accused charged with conspiracy to commit crime and treason should open their defense or not. And painter fined over fake alcoholic beverages is also on page 3 of the Ghanaian Times. And court convicts a farmer on his own pleas. We're told that a 27-year-old farmer who stole a Toyota Vitz taxi valued at $30,000, an Infinix Hot 10 mobile phone, and a cash of $450 has been sentenced to 10 years imprisonment in hard labor by an Accra Circuit Court. I mean, once he admitted it himself, that's what's going to happen to him. Anyway, let's get to our online news review, brought to us by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, and Goyle Good Energy. So Zenith Bank just made linking your Ghana card details to your Zenith Bank account easy. Simply visit zenithbank.com.gh or our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter pages to link your card to your account or visit any Zenith Bank branch near you. An email and SMS with a link has also been sent to you, our valued customers. Remember, with effect from July 1, 2022, you will not be able to effect any banking transaction if you've not updated your Zenith Bank account with your Ghana card details. Link your Ghana card to your Zenith Bank account today. It's easy, quick, and convenient. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. So let's get to myjoyonline.com, and it says we will resist attempts to punish the poor worker. That's Dr. Titus Bayo, who's General Secretary of the Ghana Medical Association.
It looks like Labour is pretty much shaping up for a frontal engagement with government over this IMF. But the team is now in this country today. They'll start preliminary findings, and they'll be interrogating your economy to see where the data is, whether what is being told us is a reality on the ground. That's really almost like a fact-finding mission that they are on now.
Yes.
So the Labour should, relax. We are not at the negotiation
but you see,
yet.
if you look at the FAQs that the Ministry of Finance released yesterday, there's a part that says, will e-levy determine? It says no.
No.
In that answer, It says, additionally, there could be the implementation of new tax measures
in the medium term.
In the medium term.
We are considering, government is considering additional, but that's how we raise revenue, right?
But that's how we raise revenue. But you see, we're promised that we're going to move the economy from taxation to production.
Yeah,
so that
we'll get there.
You're able to
that promise was before COVID and Ukraine.
But that promise, before COVID and Ukraine. But before COVID and Ukraine, we're still doing 12 to 13% of the tax to GDP ratio.
Our agenda is also in that. We want to push the tax to GDP ratio higher.
Collect more, not introduce new taxes. Collect, enforce.
We want to target people from specific areas with specific taxes.
Anyway, citynewsroom.com says IMF program won't affect free SHS and other flagship programs.
It wasn't that categorical, right? Actually, they said the government itself has started a review of some of these programs to make it more efficient. And that's what actually the FAQs indicated anyway.
But, it is categorical that it won't affect free SHS.
No, what it says is, the question was whether it will be suspended.
Yes, it will not be suspended.
Yes, but the question about whether it will be affected is different.
But
when you review...
Government's position always on free SHS, the review is cancellation.
No. Government has revised its position on the matter. Oh, I heard the minister speak on City FM and make the point that no, that's not a elevated or evolved position of government.
Free SHS is cancellation. So free SHS will remain as it is.
Why are you insisting?
No, free SHS will be as it is.
Times have changed. The government has moved on.
Well, one of the things government should think of scrapping.
Yeah.
Nurses and teacher trainee allowances. Nurses and teacher trainee allowances.
Yeah. You are at them with Dr. Mark Esibeyeboa, who's been speaking up about the economy of the Republic of Ghana in various forms. No, but he asked us to go to IMF, right?
Oh, yes, he did.
He was lambasted left, right, center.
Yes, he did. But I've been talking about this for a very long time now. BBC says, news says, suspect charged with murder over 4th July shooting, and UK PM fights for survival after top minister quit. Boris Johnson, why don't you just go? Anyway, let's get to the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Edlom Housing, where quality and spacious homes cost less, and Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
You don't believe in charity begins at home.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.